Good morning, it's Vicky here, the Addiction Eliminator, integrative health, nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle specialist. And I want to talk language around food and drink. So I was having a very interesting conversation with one of my clients yesterday, and her concerns about putting boundaries around the language that is going to be spoken by certain members of the extended family who have grown up with a diet mentality and talk about food in a way that she doesn't want her kids to hear, particularly because, as most of you know, not exclusively, but often it is the females, the youngsters, the young girls who get conscious about body size and start thinking about calories and all of that kind of stuff. Now, that's not to say that disordered eating and anorexia and bulimia do not affect men. They do. Very much so. And in fact, the gap is getting closer and closer between how it affects each gender. And it used to be very significantly more females to males, but actually it's not the case now. So it's really important that if you have members of the extended family or friends who are coming round who talk the language of coming out with sentences like a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, we need to ask them to stop talking like that. When we have adults talking about being naughty, I'm going to be naughty, I'm going to have another chocolate. Kids are hearing this, right? I shouldn't really, but I'm just going to have another drink. We're teaching our children that certain ways of being and certain foods are somehow naughty or bad. Now, I'm very fortunate that the lady that I was talking to has brought her children up to have a very well-rounded view of lifestyle and health. They are active. They eat a homemade, home-cooked diet, and they understand very, very clearly that there is no such thing as a good food or a bad food. And in fact, they're pretty good at correcting other people when they come out with that kind of stuff. Of it. Now, if you are struggling with disordered eating, it feels often like you don't have a choice. But what we've got to take on board is that there is no such thing as good food and bad food. There is no such thing as naughty food. Right? We're not 5 years old. And when you hear adults, oh, I've been naughty, I had an extra mince pie, I want to just do that. I really, really do. And then I want to shake them, to be quite honest. Because if we keep perpetuating this language, we're perpetuating the billions and trillions that the diet industry is earning from your failure, basically. It's the only industry that creates its success on you not succeeding. They don't want you to succeed because then they won't be making the trillions, billions that they are. What we've got to understand is you don't earn calories, you don't earn food. Food is something that your body requires. It is your brain and your body inextricably linked, not separate, right? And your brain needs to function well. If you are going to be healthy, if you're going to have mental wellness, if you're going to have emotional resilience, you have to have a brain that is functioning well. And that means that you have to fuel your body with necessary food. It is not something that you earn or deserve. Neither should it be used as a reward. Food is something that is required for us to live. And let's keep it that simple instead of making it so complicated, because actually food is not complicated. We eat food. Ideally, eat a rainbow of colors throughout the week, have foods that have different textures and different flavors and different tastes, and understand that you also need to be as active as you can be because your body loves to move. We are not designed to sit glued to a TV for hours at a time or a computer. So move your body. It is a choice, but language, please watch what you are saying particularly over this festive season, because you don't know who is listening and what they are taking on board. If you are being self-critical, if you're grabbing bits of your skin, if you're saying out loud how fat you feel and how terrible you are, and then people are watching you reaching out for more food, they are going to be making interpretation. They are going to be coming up with an idea that they shouldn't do what perhaps you are showing them. So please be aware. Be aware of your behavior and your language around food. Nobody wants to hear it. Honestly, it's so tedious. It's so boring, especially if you come out with the same stuff year after year. And if you are struggling and you do come out with the same stuff year after year, well, maybe in 2023, you decide that the Christmas of 2023, you're not, because things have changed for you. And it's not hard to change if you understand the right steps to take in the right order for you. And if you want some help with that, if you want to jump on a call with me, I would love to have a call with you. Have a lovely Christmas and mind your language.